Let me quickly take you through the journey of identifying certain compounds, be it acid, base, or a salt. How do you identify these compounds when you see them in any equation? Follow me. How do we identify certain compounds? One, when we have a nonmetal combined with oxygen, that compound is usually a gas. And as a gas, it possesses the property of an acid when in water. Such compounds are called acid anhydrides. Examples include CO2, CO, carbon monoxide, CO2, carbon dioxide, SO2, sulfur 4 oxide, SO3, sulfur 6 oxide, NO, nitrogen monoxide, NO2, etc. So these are non-metals: carbon, sulfur, nitrogen. When they combine with oxygen, they produce gases, and these gases behave like an acid, or like acids when they are in water. So they are called acid anhydride. Acid anhydride. That means acid in which water molecule has been removed. 2, when we have a compound in which a metal and an oxygen atom combine, then such compound is called a base. A base. Example include, just think of N2O, this metal and oxygen, K2O, CaO, calcium oxide, MgO, magnesium oxide, ZnO, zinc oxide, etc. So these are bases. When you see metal combined with oxygen, what you have is a base. However, we have certain exceptions where one or two of them behave both as a base as an acid, like aluminum oxide. In such case, we call them amphoteric oxide. Number 3, when we have hydrogen combined with any other non-metal except oxygen and hydroxide. Hydrogen combined with any other non-metal, be it chlorine, be it sulfur 4 oxide, be it bromine, be it NO3. What we have is an acid. So if you have HCl, H2SO4, H2CO3, HNO3, once an hydrogen atom is combined with a non-metal or a negative radical, I have taught radical in my previous video, then what we have is an acid, except oxygen, because when hydrogen combines with oxygen, it produces water. When it combines with hydroxide, it also produces water, depending in the ratio. The next one is when we have hydroxide combined with any other metal, then we have a base again. So you have hydroxide like this. Just think of any other metal like sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, zinc, etc. What we have is sodium hydroxide. We have sodium hydroxide. We have potassium hydroxide. We have calcium hydroxide. We have magnesium hydroxide. And we have zinc hydroxide. What we have also is a base. So when metals combine with oxygen, they produce bases. When metals combine with hydroxide, they produce bases. So So when you see anything like it, it's a base. However, any of these which can dissolve in water, that means which is soluble in water, is termed an alkaline. For example, this one, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and calcium hydroxide are soluble in water, so they are called alkalines. And the last one, when you have any other metal combined with any other negative radical, what you have is a salt. For example, just think of this: sodium, potassium, let's take, and calcium. Let's just take 3 metals. And think of any negative radical. SO4 2 minus, NO3 minus. So let's see. Any of these, this combines, let's take sodium. It combines with this, it produces sodium carbonate. If it combines with this, it produces sodium sulfate. When it combines with it, it produces sodium nitrate. If we take this one with each of them, we have potassium carbonate, and this potassium sulfate, and this potassium nitrate. If we take calcium with this, we have calcium carbonate, calcium with this, calcium sulfate, and calcium with this, we have calcium nitrate. I will recap. Starting from this, when you see a metal combined with a non-metal or a negative radical, sulfate, chloride, carbonate, etc., what you have is a salt. When you see a metal combined with hydroxide, what you have is a base. When you see a metal combined with oxygen, what you have is also a base. When you see a hydrogen atom combined with negative radicals like this, what you have is an acid. When you see a non-metal combined with oxygen, what you have is a gas or gaseous molecule, also known as acid anhydride. I hope you enjoyed this drive and this journey. Thanks for watching. God bless you. See you again in my next video. Bye for now.